This episode is brought to you by the number 4, because that's how many videos I recorded before I figured out my equipment. Let's hope 4 is the magic number. What do you think of that intro? Was it good? I have no idea. I haven't actually recorded it yet. I just kind of paused, and I'm going to fill it in with whatever. Maybe it'll just be farting noises. Maybe it'll be me going, dang, I don't know. I'm going to get this out of the way first because it just needs to be gotten out of the way first. For those of you who aren't aware, my mom died July 15th, and needless to say, that's one of the things that's been happening in my life with the big shit pile that's been put in my lap. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I've slowed down on the content. I had intended to do once a week minimum, and I'm not making that quota even close, especially with all the failed recordings. I kept doing rookie mistakes, like leaving the camera with its own, auto everything, as opposed to setting it manually. Taking the time to actually set the thing up the way it's supposed to be. I wasn't doing any of that shit. And then I would forget to press a button on one of my little devices over here to make sure that the audio's recording at the same time, because as much as the phone is really good, I got a Galaxy Note 10. It's the camera that's right there. The mic is shit. I mean, it's not like the worst mic in the world. You can make do, but it's shit. That being said, this is a much better mic. I'm impressed by this one. As for my mom, I will be talking about it later. One of the videos I had recorded earlier that didn't make it, I guess was a little bit cathartic, because now I'm back to numb, because I don't know what to say. So I'm just going to kind of go, I'll do it later. I'll talk about that later. And but if you're curious, she was battling cancer for about a year, and they caught it in time, did surgery. She was going through chemo. Things were going good. COVID hit. They moved east across the mountains. I live in the Pacific Northwest. They moved to Spokane. And it spread to her heart and her brain. And she died on the 15th. So I'm going to skip talking about that for now, because there's no way in hell I'm going to figure out a good joke to segue out of that shit. I'm just going to run with an edit. But yeah, I live in Washington State. I do. I live about 5 miles south of the Seattle city limits. And shit's getting interesting around here. It is. I gotta admit, Seattle's turned into a whole new area of reasons to avoid it. But due to all the things that are going on here in the area around Seattle, because if you're not familiar with how Washington works as a state, like other states, it is separated by counties. There's King County, Snohomish County, Pierce County, fucking multiple counties. However, the most powerful county in this state is Seattle's county, which is King County. And the King County Council run that area basically like the mob. Now, I don't want to suggest that they're going out whacking people. That's not what I mean by mob. That part is why the mob didn't work. Everything else that the mob did really panned out for them financially. Extortion, cooking the books, setting up things that would essentially bring money in that you didn't really have to work very hard for. Yeah, that's kind of what King County's doing. And Seattle has some of the worst scandals and corruption that's been caught, that it made national news. Some of the ferry corruption with how the state was handling the ferries. Basically, they were stealing money. The drill the big drill to dig in the tunnel. It was gonna alleviate all the awesome traffic in Seattle, and it broke down for like forever. And basically, it was a big laughing stock. That's what Seattle had become, known for the dumbest fucking building ever built, next to maybe the Eiffel Tower. Fuck you, you lazy fucks. Your French framed building that you were too lazy to finish is lame. I don't like it. Fuck you. You can have the Space Needle for all I care. With the amount of corruption that Seattle's got going on within their own borders of King County, you might be surprised, hint, hint, wink, wink, to find out that they're really good at manipulating other counties to kind of follow suit with what King County's doing. Normally, they'll let you kind of be, but if there's something that a county wants to do that is against their fucking moral code, they will lie, cheat, and steal, and if that doesn't fucking work, they'll go to Olympia and bitch, moan, and cry until the fucking governor does something. Okay, Pierce County, you gotta obey our rules. Why? Because King County doesn't like your rules. They live over there. Well, yeah, but, just don't do it. And that's kind of how the state works. Yeah. And so I'm leaving. Because I was faced with a choice. Whenever you find yourself in a position where you're looking around your surroundings and it's just shit, it's utter shit, you're faced with a choice. You either fix it or move. Because all other choices are basically die there in the filth. And I'm not really interested in dying here in the filth. And I don't mean like filth as gross, because for the most part, the Pacific Northwest is fucking gorgeous. It smells great. It's a beautiful area. Seattle sucks. But I also think all cities kind of suck, because I'm not a city person. So there's an extreme bias there for cities. But in terms of cleanliness, Seattle's better than some, worse than others. It ain't San Francisco. But now we got riots, and we got Black Lives Matter everywhere, and I don't see the people who are on the center to the right. I don't see them mobilizing in the state of Washington. I don't. I wish I did, because I know they're there. I've seen the Trump signs. I've seen the independent, back when they were a thing for about 20 minutes. There is a multitude of political backgrounds here. It's just the left is so loud and obnoxious and will shame you to bits if they don't bankrupt you first. That it's actually disincentivized to ever speak about it. So most people don't. If you watch the media, the local media here, it's very uniform. You don't get a lot of dissenting opinions on the local media. In fact, stuff like Chaz and the riots and things that have been happening in Seattle, yeah, all protests according to the local news. Some have been more honest about it than others, but for the most part, it's being really downplayed because, first of all, we're kind of a national laughing stock at the moment. But thankfully, our big rivals are rivals in like sports, general culture, and just because we're better than them, Portland. Portland saw what Seattle had done and realized we were getting a lot of attention, and the people in Portland were like, we cannot let Seattle get all this attention. We need to get that attention. So what they did was they decided they're going to try to burn down their city, to outdo us. And here's the thing. That rivalry is so old and shit that it's kind of ridiculous. But at the same time, I am from here, so I kind of got it. And I'm sorry, Portland, no matter what, you could burn down your whole fucking city and the cities next to it. Still won't change the fact that we were first. That's right. We did it first. We set up the autonomous zone that became the chopping block zone. it's kind of weird saying that in a like a I'm proud of it sense, because I ain't proud of Chaz/Chop at all. I'm kind of embarrassed by it, to be perfectly honest with you. And yeah, but that rivalry thing is deep. So fuck you, Portland. We were first. Eat it, bitch. Get a bonfire going. Do something fucking original, you pansies. Because Portland sucks. Fuck Portland. And I don't say that like as a joke. That's not like, oh, haha, he's doing shock humor. No, seriously, fuck Portland. I've been there several times, and Portland is fucking trash. Not all of Oregon is trash. Please let me be perfectly clear on that. There's a lot of places in Oregon that are fucking gorgeous, and the people are basically mostly dopey hippies, which I don't really have a problem with. But Portland? Fuck Portland. Shit, you want to learn some fun history about Portland? Look up Shanghaiing. We're fighting against slavery. Your whole fucking city was built on it, bitch. All of America was built on it. No, yours was built on it after slavery was illegal, motherfuckers. You're cunts. Your city sucks. I hope you burn it to the ground. Might be fucking better. Whew. I got that out of my system. I feel good. So yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here because, like I said, I don't think they're gonna mobilize, and if they're not going to do that, you can't really fix a problem where the people that are doing something are essentially defending the filth and wanting it to stay, wanting it to get better. Which is too bad, because I did see a number of peaceful protests, and I thought there could have been some fucking real police reform in the sense that maybe, I don't know, you'll take the power away from the politicians to essentially use the police as their own fucking tools to police the city as they want. Because you think it's the police chief that's making all these fucking decisions? He makes the day-to-day decisions, but ultimately he has an agenda passed down to him by whoever the politician is in charge. Also known as the mayor. So the mayor goes, police chief, I need my city, which has a high crime rate, to have less crime. And the police chief goes, I see. Well, we've got a number of gang problems here. And they're of a certain demographic. What's the demographic? They're black and Latino. So we're going to have to crack down hard on them. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to make the city safe. Do it, but do it quietly. Okie dokie. Does that excuse the police behavior when they go beyond what is legal? No, but you're still pointing your fingers at the gun and blaming it on the gun. Because believe it or not, they think with training. When they're on the job, police officers, the training, for the most part, when it comes to a high-stress situation, life-threatening situation, they're running on training alone because they can trust it. Their own judgment, that's up in the air. But if they're following it by the book, these are new cops. Older cops tend to go more on experience than the book. But still, police are tools of the city. And I don't mean that as they're fucking tools. Although some are fucking tools. But the police are. That's what they are. They're tools. We have laws. We need to enforce the laws. Let's get a group of people, give them the ability to defend the laws by essentially defending themselves. And they will catch lawbreakers and will throw them in a box. And that's as far as they thought it through. So when we talk police reform, I'm actually totally on board. I'm even on board with prison reform because ultimately, we're not really doing much of the correcting anymore. Calling it a Department of Corrections is a lie. You're not correcting the behavior. You're creating a pipeline to prison in which, when you get out of prison, it's so hard to get your life started again that you probably go back to prison because the only ones who are going to hire you are criminals. And shit, it might be the only fucking skill you got to be a criminal. I don't know what's going to happen next. Part of me wanted to stay because I do love it here. It's too expensive to live here. I need to help my dad basically get his life back together. So that's what I'm doing. Hopefully I can keep making shows. I don't know. My writing's been shit. This video is probably shit. But hey, I'm making content, guys. I'm here making the content for you, for the entertainment, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm pure altruism. This is all about you, the audience, the listening guys and gals, and indecisive ones. It's all for you. I don't get anything out of this. PayPal's in the description. Yeah. So, in conclusion, Seattle sucks. Portland is worse. I'm going to reemphasize, fuck Portland. Yeah. Hopefully that becomes a meme. My show will take off. No, total altruism. Memes, altruistic memes. That's all I do. It's all about the other people. I'm selfless all the time. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll do some let's read Twitter, or I was considering doing dramatic readings of lyrics after watching what Ben Shapiro did. Where Ben Shapiro was the wet ass P word. Oh my God, these lyrics are so horrible. My virgin eyes. Oh, moralist, crazy person. I love you, Ben. I do. What the fuck are you doing? Right now, thinking about killing myself. Relax, it's fine. It's what floated through my head right as I was going to make a punchline. Maybe that should have been my punchline. That is such pandering, I'm going to kill myself.